If you are in the cryptocurrency market right now, this is going to be the most money-making opportunity. This is going to be the generational wealth creating opportunity you have seen. The market is actually showing you that it's getting accelerated. You did see the market respecting a trend like this. Now you are accelerating. So does it actually show you're going to pop directly with one candle? No, you will have the volatility. But keeping the same structure in mind, go back in history and try to learn what happened. But before that, look at the present. What does the market actually show you? This is a daily chart of Bitcoin. And it does show you that, yeah, we have some divergence. But what's more important to understand is, can that divergence get invalidated? Because at least for my eyes, you connect the tops and you do see that it got invalidated. Now, why am I saying that? Because when you go in history, look at what Bitcoin actually does in similar price action, in similar pattern, you get to see that this is something Bitcoin usually does. Right? You have higher highs in the price. If you actually connect them, it looks something like this. And just below that, when you look for the RSI, it does show you like, okay, I'm going down, I'm going down, I'm going freaking down. But then it gets invalidated and the price goes nuts. But one thing which is important for us is what happened before this stage, what happened before this particular pattern, price structure. That's what is even more important about thinking where we are going. Because if you know where you came from, because if you understand where you are right now, you get to make the best educated guess about where we are going. So you had a rounded bottom reversal, you broke that to the upside, and that's where you made this divergence. That's where the price and the RSI showed you a divergence. Then that broke higher, got invalidated, the price skyrocketed. What the hell is happening right now? Look for the price action. If the price is actually showing you like, I did make a rounded bottom, that got confirmed, I broke that to the upside, and now I'm making this freaking divergence. Great. Now look at what's happening, right? It is important to see that the price did break that through, which allowed the RSI to move back up. Now the strength actually does show you that fact. What does that mean for XRP in a market condition like this? This is actually saying like, okay, SEC is toast. That's clear, because whenever you see like, okay, that's literally 90% win rate for all of these institutions who go to the Supreme Court. But the issue is, are we really going to the Supreme Court? Does that mean here in the local court you're going to get hammered? Welcome to the Scientific Investor family, where the normal retail guys get to learn how to become the next top 10% of this world. Right now, if you look at the XRP, this is where we are. Similar to what we just talked about, Bitcoin here, it is important to look for what the price action shows you. Where we came from, where we are right now, what are we doing now? You can actually look for different market structures saying where did the market move. Like you can actually try connecting all this and it does give you an idea like, okay, we broke through that range. Now, if you also look for another area, that kind of gives you an idea like, okay, there is something like this forming in the market. Now, what does this actually mean, right? Each time, now this is all supply and demand, pure, right? There is nothing different. It's the basic economics. You actually go through, you actually understand this, and it's like the supply and the demand was meeting a equilibrium point where, they were fighting hard, and now it seems like if you break through this range, now you are entering that area where demand is higher than supply. Now, let me ask you one question about XRP and the price of XRP. Can you be genuine in answering that? Think about this. If tomorrow the court decides that SEC was right and XRP is deemed as a security, do you think the price will go up or go down? And can you see that exact thing right now in the chart? No. That's the market narrative. So if you are saying market narratives doesn't impact price, I'm like, I don't give a shit about what you think. Because back in the days, if you remember here, go back to this YouTube. Videos are recorded and it's always there. You go to a daily chart and you look at what the hell was happening back in November 24, 25. Yeah, November 24, 25. I was saying I'm selling here at 0.73, 0.74 because there is something which doesn't look good for me. But we didn't know the SEC case was about to hammer you. 100%. No way I knew that. Then here at the top, we sold and informed all the members, buddy, I'm selling, I'm taking some profits. Maybe we'll go high, maybe we won't, I don't know, but I'm taking some profits. But all of this is just TA, which gives you the ability to take the best educated guess. But the market efficiency part is something we have to understand, especially with XRP right now. What is market efficiency? Information is what makes investors act upon an asset. That is what we are talking about. This is literally, if you have taken time to read, learn, you already know this. The weak, the semi-strong, the strong form. And right now, you can't actually say like the information which comes into the market is not valuable. Because of the fact that if SEC is being hammered by the court, price can go higher. Great. If it's the opposite, price can go lower. Why is that? Because investors are acting on that new information available in the market. That's market efficiency. Basically, that's the narrative in the market. Whether you agree or not, that's the thought process. Now, while you look at this, you can also understand the fact that we've been trading through a range here. We've been trading through a range here. And the difference I see is before in that time, we actually hit the bottom or did that wick on March 2020 at the middle portion of that. Whereas here, we have done that in the earlier part. So if you consider that as a Wyckoff reaccumulation pattern here or the Wyckoff accumulation back in the March 2020 range, that does give you an idea like, okay, usually what happens is after this, you go up. Remember when we were here at 0.37, I was saying, this is Wyckoff pattern in my eyes. I think so. This is the Wyckoff Creek. I think so. And I was pointing you towards 0.5. Where are we right now? It just took like, a couple of months. That was like earlier, early March. So it's 1.5 months. And we are here. So the thought process here is like everyone will be wrong for sure at some point. But if you are taking the time to learn as much as possible and you're looking at the facts, this kind of gives you more advantage. Now, am I saying we are just skyrocketing from here? No. Right now, you go look at the price. You do have the divergence forming in XRP. The way you have to understand this is like, okay, we are trending down in RSI, but the price actually went up. Great. We talked about this. We are going to come back down. But what do you have to keep in mind right now? The market, the altcoin market is showing you this. That is something you need to keep in your mind again and again and again. Why is that? Because if you are going to watch the altcoin market bursting through for a 40-50x, you don't want to stay outside and say, I am not participating in this run. Say, you actually look at this chart, say you go on a weekly, you try to look at what the hell is happening and you kind of see like, okay, this is what the market is showing you. There is a huge possibility that you can do a massive run up. Now, why am I saying this? Because when you go look at the strength in the market, you're obviously looking at the RSI. And what does that show you? It just shows you like a structure which is a bull flag, another structure which is a bull flag. So common sense, you go higher, you come back, make a new low, double bottom, and then go back up. Now go look at what the price is doing. It may give you a better perspective. If you go look at the price right now with that thought process, now you understand the fact that, okay, we made a base here. It was damn volatile. Agreed, it was volatile. But the difference is during that volatility, the market made a bottom. The market made a bottom, which actually shows you like, okay, now we need to see resistances Can the market break through that resistance? Right now, in front of our eyes, we have a candle bursting through the level 1 resistance. You cannot deny the fact that we are going through that. Now, we had next level here. That's what we are testing right now. So we want to know like, okay, do we have more information, more data points in the market? Great. We're going to look at the RSI, and the RSI is suggesting from here, when the market was making a base, a bottom, RSI was going up, 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 up. And right now, it is clear that it is making a trend to the upside, to the upside, to the upside. So on a weekly, you get to see like, okay, it's just breaking through for the next leg to the upside. So most likely the market is about to run higher. In that perspective, XRP is something important. Again, why is that? It's a large cap coin. When it moves, the market moves with it. That is something we need to keep in our mind. Now, if you actually go look at the RSI on a 3-day chart, you'll also get this picture. We broke through this, we came back, we retested this, and we bounced. These are not magic lines. These are just the resistance point. If you connect all of them, now we are not making things up, right? It's just one point here, you connected that. The next high here, you connected that. The next high here, you connected that. And what the market shows you is that there is a divergence, agreed. There is a divergence point like this. And that divergence kind of makes more and more sense when you look at this. You got divergence here, which was the standard deviation. Again, something here. Instead of respecting the first level, you went down deep to the next level. That is why we mostly use the zone range. Great. Now, after you did this, the price is going back up. So it does give you an idea that the market participants who are in this market think that at this point of whatever is happening in the price, now you get the RSI from the price action. You take that into the account, looking at the strength. That's what you're doing. Now, that does give you the ability to say, okay, there is a point of view that altcoin market is about to burst higher. Remember the days when we were here, we were dropping hard around 19,000, and I was saying, I think we are going to have a V-shaped recovery and we are going to burst through. I know a lot of people have, different opinions, thought process and all, but we did say that. Now, one of the best thing with YouTube is that if I'm wrong, if I'm right, everything is recorded here. We talked about this and, the market literally came somewhere close to that. A V-shaped recovery, we went up. Now, one of the other thing we need to keep in our mind is, if that's true, where is XRP going? On a macro, this is going much, much higher, given that the SEC case is going positive, right? Now, on the RSI side of things, if I'm looking at the price and the RSI on at least a 3-day chart, I'm looking for like, okay, this is still good. It's not bad. You're still trying to move higher. There is nothing bad in that. But when you're on a daily, you do get a divergence. It does show you there is a possible correction ahead. But what makes sense if you are looking at the price action is like, okay, we did this. We came up to this point, but we haven't yet dropped to the support to retest that range. So on a daily, that still is a valid point. But when we jump onto a weekly, which is going to get closed in next 24 hours. So that means the previous candle, which actually showed you there is a lot of sellers trying to enter the market, is almost about to get invalidated. That is interesting. That does look interesting, because if we come back down here and close, that means bulls actually gave a lot of strength pushing it through, but the bears came back, pushed it back down. So now you're looking more for that correction. But if you see that the price is going up, it's closing here, that does mean, okay, bulls are gaining more and more strength. Because right now we got a daily candle close, and this is what we are looking at. We just had a couple of candles which actually went back, erased all these days of volatility, the corrective action. So on a macro, when you look at XRP, say, when I say macro, you can either use a weekly chart or a monthly chart. It does give you the proper thought process. Like, okay, we are kind of having that strength. We are trying to move higher. We need a candle close here. Whether it closes in red or in the bullish side of things is unknown. If it actually comes higher and close there, by the end of this month, we have 2 weeks more. That gives you the idea that instead of it looking a little bit like an inverted hammer or the hanging man, it actually gives you the idea, no, we are going up with a long wick. So market can change at any one point. Imagine this month, before that monthly closed, you at one point reached here, erasing all these days of volatility, showing a lot of bullishness. But just before it closed, it came back down, right? So that's why looking at the previous candle gives us a little bit more of information, data points to understand from. And yeah, it is important to see like, okay, 14 days of this month is over and here we are, right? Then we go on the market and we are like, okay, there is a lot of these coins bursting through. Injective protocol up like 15% for the day. ARB up 14% for the day. Woo network close to 10%. So like these coins are doing 30, 40, 50% move in a week right now as the market is slowly trying to go back up. And if you look at the INJ, ARB, Woo, all of them happens to be here going through our targets. If you have looked at what we are posting right now, you know it's hitting target 1, it's going towards target 2. A lot of these assets are actually showing that. For ARB, it hit both our targets. Now, once it hits your targets, basically you don't go chasing the green candles. That's the most risky thing to do, right? If you think you want something like this on the right time, then you can look at the Patreon. The link is given in the description below. So guys, that's it for today. If you like the video, please do hit that like and subscribe button. I'll meet you guys on the next video. Bye for now.